Welcome back to Insight into Independence, brought to you by Independence Home Loans. This week, we're featuring insights from Chris Floyd, our Business Development Manager. Welcome to Insight, Chris. Thank you so much for being here. How's your day going?
Great.
Awesome.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. So you've been with Independence from the very beginning, correct?
Yeah.
What were those early days like for you?
First in, last out, but great. Fantastic. You're starting up a brand new company. The world's your oyster. It's just like, it's incredible. What do you want to do? Pass it along, do it.
Right. What made you kind of keep going in those very long work days and made you want to continue to see the growth here?
When you're finally capable of branching off and starting something of your own, I think if you talk to any, even though I'm not, an owner, right? I think if you talk to any entrepreneur, any private business owner in the world, when it's your creation, when it's your baby, et cetera, I don't think you need to find the motivation. If you belong there, right? If you belong doing it, I don't think you need to find the motivation. I think it's just there's an energy behind it that why wouldn't you? There's only so many hours in a day. It's just get in, get started. There's more than enough to do in a single day. And you're always going to find new things to do. Even when you have a plan, there's always going to be things that just pop up. So it's just for me personally, my brain, I feel kind of acts like it operates on a checklist. And if there are boxes that are unchecked, it just doesn't shut off. It doesn't allow me to. So, for me, getting up at, 4 a.m. isn't even really something I have to,
You're just hardwired
I'm up
to do
before
that.
my alarm. My brain at some point just gets me up. And if I'm up, I'm up. I might as well just go get started.
Even if it's a weekend, 4 a.m.?
Yeah. There was periods of time when we were starting in here. I would come in on Saturday. I would, do stuff for a couple hours, even if there wasn't something I could physically get done. There was something that I could tinker with and kind of learn. I would just do it for a couple hours, leave, go to the gym, go home. Sunday, come in for a couple hours, fiddle around. And lucky for me, my gym's on the way past here. So it's I'll stop by here, do some work, Once I can't think of anything else that I can accomplish right here, right now, then I'll, go do something else. And then if I think of something, I come back.
Absolutely. You're just in that routine though of 4 a.m. wake up, go to work, maybe go to the gym, but every single day, that's just what you're set out to do.
Yeah. Until I don't have anything
on your checkbox,
on the checklist. If there's not anything that I can actually get done, I can sleep straight through it. I can sleep on weekends, whatever. If there's something to get done, then it's just what am I doing?
To be productive, pretty much.
That includes sitting down watching TV. That includes anything else that's not actually productive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, when you were thinking back to those early days of independence, what's one thing you wish you could tell yourself?
I don't know if there wasn't something that I wasn't really prepared for in my mind. Eric at the very start said he was this is going to be a lot of work. And I knew it. So it wasn't I could really say man, I wish I had thought about all the different things that were literally going to fly at me. I think if there's one thing I could go back and say would be to just take each issue as it arises, and not everything needs to be figured out right now.
Right. Pick your battles kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. The ability to prioritize urgencies, different urgencies, not everything is ranked the same. And that's another thing is if I don't figure something out right now, then it's just another box that is left unchecked. And so I have this issue, and it is an issue, where I feel this need to fix immediately, because if I don't, then the things that need fixing just pile up. So I'm on this constant wheel of just get it done, get it done, get it done, get it done.
So it doesn't snowball into
a big thing. And you can burn out, which luckily for me, I don't approve of burning out.
You don't approve? You're just nah, I'm good.
No, okay. I don't approve at all. But for a lot of people, that mindset can burn a lot of people out very quickly. But it's also something, I'm great at multitasking. So
absolutely. Do you think on slower days, you're kind of just bored? What do I do? You're not used to that pace.
Yeah. On slower days, yeah, absolutely I am. But luckily for me, even right now, even as we're accelerating there's literally, I mean, if I sit there for 5-10 minutes, there's something I could be doing, you
It'll
know?
find you.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, you wear a lot of hats here. And for someone who doesn't know exactly what a business development manager does in a day, can you give us a day in the life?
Have you ever watched Landman?
No. Wait, I've seen
haven't?
clips of it, but I haven't like sat down and watched it.
Oh man.
It's okay.
If you haven't seen Landman, for anybody who has, it's like that, you know, it's just, if somebody asks me like, well, what do you do? I'm like, well, IT, onboarding, pipeline management, asset tracking, inventory, equipment purchasing, creating new contracts for ISPs or setting up new offices. I mean, the list is just kind of endless. That's why I compared it to Landman, because if you've seen the show, I mean, this guy, everybody just is blowing up his phone all the time. And for me, it's not somebody really blowing up my phone. It's like my Teams is getting blown up. People are walking to my office just because I show up at the office at 5 a.m. every day. Unfortunately, does not stop people from literally walking into my office by 6 a.m. It's crazy.
6?
6 a.m. or people that already know I'm in. So they'll start Teamsing me.
Is that why you have the
6
do
in the
not
morning.
enter sign on your door?
Yeah.
It's all making sense.
It's meant as a
now.
joke. Yeah, it was meant as a joke.
Okay.
Like, please use other door, and there is none.
Fair enough. Well, maybe the better question is what don't you do in a day?
I don't sell.
Okay.
Right? We leave that to the sales directors, and we leave that to Austin, and we leave that to Bill, et cetera. Yeah, I don't sell, but pretty much outside of sales and the physical operations, like processing of loans and such, that's the shorter list.
Fair enough. So is it more so like no day is the same for you? There's always something else happening?
There's always something about the day that is the same every day.
Okay.
And I do kind of like that. I like routine. But yeah, every day is different because everybody's got a different problem.
Absolutely.
You know?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, you went from serving in the Navy, which by the way, thank you for your
thank
service.
You. Had a great time.
Really? Can you tell us a little bit more about your time in there?
Where do you want me to begin?
Wherever you like. How did you transition from like Navy to mortgages? Like, how did you decide that you wanted to make that change? Because it's a pretty big jump.
Well, everybody in my family was in the military. I knew I wanted to go in from like probably 6th grade. I went into what's called delayed entry program. So I joined in my junior year of high school. And then I went to boot camp after I graduated. And then I did my time in the Navy through honor guard as a gunner's mate, et cetera. And then I knew a guy in dive school that was from Scottsdale, Arizona. And me and him were going to be roommates when I decided to just go to school out here. His deployment got extended, so I ended up just moving out here by myself and just getting a...
Where'd you move from?
Well, I was stationed in Maine. I moved from Philadelphia.
Wow, so you're from the East Coast.
Yeah.
It's a big jump. Okay.
Yeah, I was stationed on the East Coast my entire time, and I lived in Philadelphia my entire life. I literally drove from Maine to Philadelphia down to like Alabama, Texas, Oklahoma, that whole stretch, New Mexico, and then up, and then right to Arizona. I did it in about like 2.5 days.
2.5 days?
Yeah.
Did you stop or just straight?
Checklist.
Wow, checklist. You're like, make it to Arizona. That's just the one big box.
Right-hand side of my vehicle, like literally was nothing but like those little 5-hour energy bottles.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
How did you make it? I don't know how you did that.
That's insane. And that was before phones were giving you maps too. I literally had printed off MapQuest pages and I was just like following little directions. It was the old school way.
I love that though. It sounds like an epic road trip.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Okay, sweet. So again, how did you like decide to make that transition into mortgages?
I graduated college and I actually originally went into corrections. So I was going through the whole school to like be a corrections officer. And one day I was just like, this is ridiculous. And I was driving home. I used to have to physically drive from Chandler, and I would physically drive all the way down to Florence, Arizona every day, which is, I think is like down to 10, like about a 2.5 hour drive.
Oh my gosh.
And I was on my way back and I called up my dad and he was like, well, you ever think about sales? And I was like, no. He's like, well, he's like, I've done it. And he's like, he's like, your grandfather did it. He's like, give it a shot. So I'm like, okay. I got into medical sales for a company like named ZocDoc. Did pretty well there, but I was living with Austin Downs ever since like I moved out here for the most part. He had just started working for the last place that we were at. He was always bragging about the money he was making and all this other stuff. And here I was just like never having made more than like 36 grand in my life. And he got me an entry level position with Eric as like the first pilot for a junior loan officer.
That's awesome.
And yeah,
No, really,
It's
it
a
is.
grind.
It
It's a
is,
grind for sure. And my job was just basically to, cold call people, go through old leads, things like that. It's a critical part to like companies now, when I look at it from a different lens. And I started kind of just booking my own deals. So, I mean, that's how I got into the industry for the first time was Austin and, this stepping stone from medical sales into this.
But you really worked your way up from there. From a
Yeah.
junior loan
So,
officer.
I mean, it was a pilot program. He had never done it before. Nobody knew how it was going to work. Nobody knew. I mean, there was no training either. There was no, you guys have all the sales training in the world now. You have all the help available to you. Every tool that you could ever want is given here. And like, I mean, for me, it was like figured out, so I didn't have phone calls to listen to. I didn't have a script. I didn't have anybody coaching. Nobody showed me how to use Encompass. Like it was just, here's a name, here's a lead, here's a phone number, call it.
Go run
and
free.
see if you can, see if you can convince them to get on the phone with an actual MLO.
Wow.
One of their senior loan officers at the time. And my relationship with Eric didn't start off on the best foot there because once I started like getting my legs under me, I stopped pushing the deals out to the floor. I started like kind of building my own pipeline. And I found myself very quickly on like the chopping block for that. And then Ryan Brown rolled in and he was starting up a team and basically gun to head. They were like, you have 30 days to prove that, you can do this. If you're going to physically book loans and things like that, you have 30 days to show Ryan that you can actually close loans. If you can't, you're done. My very first month, like Ryan Brown had me close out the entire pipeline that I had developed, which was like 3.6 million at the time, which was pretty amazing. And then that's just where it went from there. That was back in 2014.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was thinking it'd be 2014. That's 12 years.
Yeah.
You've grown to a
12
BDM.
years with Eric and them. Yeah. 12
Wow.
years with Eric, about 10 years with Ryan Brown, and Tim DeBona was there. Bill Scatino was around.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Vogt was there. Austin,
Wow.
obviously, John Moss.
Yeah. I'm sensing kind of a pattern in your career, though. I feel like you are used to situations where you kind of just get dropped in. And you just have to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think it's worked well for you.
Yeah, I thrive in that.
Absolutely. The chaos. You just find organization in there somehow.
They say like very, very ADHD brains thrive in chaos where everybody else is usually calm, cool, and collected, and things like that are small don't bother you. Things that are small will bother me tremendously, but then environments that other people kind of go into an absolute meltdown in,
you've got a bigger
that's where
threshold.
I'm like very focused, and that's where I excel.
Absolutely. Again, it's worked out great for you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of other people would probably crumble under that and wouldn't be able to find their legs.
Perhaps, yeah.
But you did. So shout out to that.
Thank you.
Of course. Well, with that mindset, where do you see that taking you in the future of IHL?
I have no ceiling. I don't ever think I ever had a ceiling. I don't look at life that way. I think just if life gives you opportunity, it's entirely your responsibility to take it, So as far as like my trajectory, my projection here with IHL, I mean, I always said, to my buddy Austin and, whoever else was kind of like inquiring at the time, I guess, I always said like, as long as I'm in the mortgage industry in general, like I will never be anywhere else. So my path, my trajectory, I mean, again, like as long as I'm in this industry in general, like I will be here with these guys doing our thing. I hope that leads all the way into the day that I want to, just physically retire. I think that we have an incredible shot at really stamping our name on the entire industry, and becoming something that was like incredible.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again for joining us today. And we're excited to see where that growth takes you in the future.
Yeah.
We will have you on again. Who knows?
Yeah.
But is there anything else that you wanted to share with us today?
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you're ready to start your career with Independence Home Loans, email us at talentacquisition@independencehl.com. See you in the next one.